Hey guys, what is going on? In this video I would like to take you through a really simple back routine. It's fairly easy and something that I would like to mention before the actual workout. Before I show you the actual workout exercise by exercises, this is a routine that I find myself very beneficial. I use it quite often these days, but I don't think it's perfect for someone who prefers to train, for example, back once in a while and really hit it heavy and punish the back or whatever with some heavy deadlifts and heavy rows. This particular routine does not include heavy rows, heavy band barbell rows or heavy T-bar rows or deadlift, but for me personally I find it extremely beneficial. And another thing that I would like to mention is I perform this routine at least twice a week. Yeah, at least twice a week. This is not a routine that you should, if you stick with this routine, you can have, for example, a very heavy day with band rows and deadlifts and all that, the compound movements and the free weights, and maybe a feeder type of routine, and you can use this routine for the feeder workout, or a light back session later on the week. Or for example, you can simply have this routine twice or even 3 times a week. A very important benefit of this particular routine is the fact that it really gives you the ability to achieve a great pump, in my personal opinion, but on the other hand is not too taxing for your nervous system and for your whole body in general. So without further ado, I would like to explain why I prefer to perform each and every exercise in this particular order. Basically, I start with rows, and I start with seated single-handed cable rows. The reason for this is, one, I really want to throw as much blood as I can before everything in the lower and the middle portion of my back. I really want to prioritize these areas of my back, and I started with the single-handed seated row because I personally prefer to warm each and every side individually, and I find this a lot more beneficial than starting with both hands. I did like 5 to 6 sets. You can go even further and do 8 sets or whatever. I guarantee you have really great results with 8 sets. I think you can use a lot volume with this particular routine, because, as I mentioned, it's not that taxing to the body. All of the movements are with cables, so you can go a lot harder with the sets and the reps. This is how I prefer to do it. You can go either way. So the next exercise is on the same cable, with the same machine on the same cable, both hands at once. Again, for the first 2 exercises, I would like to mention another thing. I really try to keep only probably the lowest portion of my back arched. Everything is slightly bent, as you can probably see, and I don't care what the fitness gurus say about this. I really don't care. I personally prefer to execute the exercises in this particular way because I really get that deeper stretch. I'm not gonna be able to achieve that deeper stretch. You're gonna be able to see it on the footage that I provide, the deeper stretch at the bottom of the movement, and on the other hand really helps me to twist my hand like this at the bottom of the movement, and as you can probably see, it stretches my whole back, and the same goes for the 2-handed grip. And I always say this in my other back training videos, but I would like to mention it in this one as well. Something that I actually highly recommend and I always use myself. I always go with the crossover handles instead of the typical close grip handle for the seated rows, and yeah, because it gives me the ability to stretch at the bottom. I always say this in my other back training videos, if you watch my other videos. So anyway, third exercise, I'm not so sure about the name, but in this video I'm gonna name it, well, I am not gonna name it, but I'm gonna call it the bench supported close grip pull down. And here the detail that I would like to explain is basically the opposite thing. Here I really try to arch my whole back, and basically the pump is fantastic, the stretch is fantastic. And on the other hand, something that I found a bit weird, but it's actually very true, I'm able to move a lot more weight than with the typical close grip pull down. And on the other hand, I actually feel it allows me to open my scapula and even creates a little bit like a pullover type of feel in the top of the movement, and the stretch is fucking crazy. I swear about this. You should try this out and incorporate it in your back routines. So next one is the behind the neck pull down. Nothing crazy. 5 sets, again 5 to 6 sets. I personally go with 5 to 6 sets, 12 to 15 reps, but as I mentioned, you can make your own adjustments according to your goals and personal preference and how you feel on the particular day, on this particular workout. I personally always go by feel. And yeah, the behind the neck pull down, as I mentioned, fourth exercise, if I'm not wrong, fourth exercise. Yeah, basically here, something that I always recommend for taller guys, because I'm actually very tall. I'm 6.3 and I have really hard time to get a really deep stretch on most of my pull down movements, because actually the weights that I'm using from the stack on the particular pull down hits the other weights from the stack, and I'm not able to get that deep stretch. So anyway, how to avoid this with this particular movement? So instead of gripping the bar with the widest possible grip, try to grip it a bit wider than your shoulder width, and on the other hand, try to keep your whole back arched during the whole movement. Avoid swinging, avoid any kind of that stuff. And the last one basically is the same movement, but with the front version of the movement, the regular wide grip pull down. And yeah, so I'm gonna wrap it up for this video now. I'm about to show the actual footage from the gym, how I personally execute everything exercise by exercise, and I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I actually will post an article with a lot deeper explication on my website, that is beatonthebeat.com, so you can check that out as well. And yeah, again, I would like to thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace, and I'm out.